Hello everyone, Dr. Jesse Ritter here from Smile Solutions of Baltimore, and today's topic I'm going to cover is going to be a little bit of an edgy one, especially for a dentist or a cosmetic dentist to dive into, because I feel it's really important. I feel like it's an elephant in the room that doesn't get talked about enough, and I think it's a hot button and something of it upsets a lot of people when they think about the idea of cosmetic or large amounts of dentistry, and that is this concept that getting cosmetic dentistry or getting the smile you want is extremely expensive, and honestly, there's a lot of people out there that just think it's just completely out of reach for the general population or the average person that makes a quote-unquote average salary. And I'm here to tell you, and I'm here to talk to you about and have an open conversation about what I believe about value, affordability, and ROI when it comes to cosmetic dentistry specifically. I guess you could say you could apply it to dentistry as a whole. But so many people really feel like dentistry is not accessible to them, and cosmetic dentistry, or if their teeth get to a point where they need a lot of work done, they really feel like it's completely out of reach for them. And I get that. I totally understand having that feeling. I can understand where it comes from, for sure. Dental insurance is not insurance, and so there's nothing in dentistry to really lean on or get access to for a reasonable fee per month that's really going to help you if you need a ton of work done or you need a lot of work done, if you're trying to catch up some problems that maybe haven't been taken care of for a while. It's very difficult to do when you are thinking about or leaning on dental insurance. In medicine, you can get, and now medical insurance costs more, and some people have it through their employers, most definitely, or through their husbands or wives. But with medical insurance, just like home insurance, car insurance, whatever it is insurance, right? And it is going to limit your out-of-pocket costs if you are going to go through something major. If you require a $50,000 surgery and you have a $1,000 deductible, your maximum out-of-pocket is going to be that deductible or that maximum out of pocket for your plan. And then your medical insurance will kick in and it will cover the rest, right? So your out of pocket expense is limited. In dentistry with dental insurance, it is the exact opposite. Dental insurance is written so that the risk or the out-of-pocket cost for the dental insurance company is limited and your out-of-pocket cost is unlimited, right? And so it's unfortunate that it's even called dental insurance, and I don't want to get too much into that because it is a misnomer and it's misleading to people out there who are looking for a way to afford the care that they want or need. Dental insurance is just not the answer. It can, in some cases, be, in most cases actually, it's a good investment from the standpoint of if you can put in for $30 or $40 a month, which amounts to $360 to $480 a year. If you can put in that small investment, and you can, and you want to, and you're going to go to the dentist regularly, and you're going to use, say, a $1,500 or at best maybe a $2,000 maximum for the year, that's a 4 to 5x return on your money, right? So it's a way to make a good investment on a small scale. But it is in no way going to then take care of if you need $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 of dentistry. It's going to just leave you high and dry in that way. So that's the first thing that I want to review. Secondly, it's like this idea of and being expensive and really when it comes to anything in life. Everybody has their own perception of what expensive is, right? Something that is $100, you could look at and say that's expensive, and I could look at that and say that's really expensive. $100 for a cup of coffee is a lot of money. That's ridiculous. On the flip side, you could look at something and say $50,000 is actually relatively inexpensive. $50,000 for that new house, that's that's a really good deal. That's really inexpensive. I'm getting a place to live for $50,000. That's good value there, right? So when it comes to like something being expensive, the amount of money, when I'm thinking about what's expensive, the amount of money actually doesn't matter. It's a matter of this concept of value. What do you get in return for that sum of money, right? And if you're going to make a $30,000 investment, say, let's just throw a random number out there, in something, you want it to pay you back. You want there to be something that you're getting that's actually worth the same or potentially more than that $30,000 investment. And so when it comes to cosmetic dentistry specifically, or rehabilitative type dentistry, where you are taking someone's situation, their health, and you are absolutely transforming something that could be impairing them in their life, holding them back from success in their career, holding them back from success in their relationships. It could be something where they are very unhealthy because of teeth that need to be removed or taken care of. When you're taking somebody, and I could go on and on about the different values when it comes to a smile transformation, but when you factor that in to a $30,000 investment, say again a random number, you have to look at it from the standpoint of value. It is not that $30,000 I'm getting some porcelain on my teeth. $30,000 is an opportunity for you to potentially change your life, change your health, change your trajectory, change your relationships, change your self-confidence. And it's and if we just talk straight money, and we kind of go into the ROI side of things, if you have those things, so think about it. So a smile doesn't give you those things. First off, let's not pretend that having healthy teeth or a smile that you're proud of, that inherently in itself changes you. But what it can be, and sometimes in life, we need or want those things that are a catalyst for change, an environmental change that can be a spark for major change in our life. When you think about for yourself personally, and everybody's different, if you make that investment in yourself, the ripple effect of how that investment and deciding to make that investment in yourself, number one, and number two, the actual physical change in how you feel, how you appear, how you carry yourself, that can have a real monetary ROI in your life. So when you think about your career, and think about the chances you're willing to take and the risks you're willing to take in your career, or the amount of courage that you're able to have when it comes to, say, taking a speaking engagement or creating an online video or speaking up at that meeting. If you're concerned, if there's something that's you don't like about your teeth, and you're unable to, or it's sort of hampering you stepping up in those roles in your life, in your career, I can guarantee you with virtually, there's a bug on my leg, with virtually 100% assurance that it is in some direct or indirect way hurting your ability to earn a living and make more money. So there is an ROI on the back side of that kind of transformation that often gets overlooked, right? And then lastly, perception. So I want to talk about perception. Perception with what's expensive and what's not. Listen, I come from a background. I didn't grow up super wealthy, and there's nothing wrong with growing up super wealthy. I think that's wonderful. I came from, my mom was a second grade school teacher. My dad was a manager at a feed mill early on in our childhood, and then he took a chance and he bought a feed mill that was kind of in ruins, if you will, and he over our childhood and into adulthood, he built that into a successful business. But growing up, we didn't have a ton of money. We were taken care of. We were never starving, but we were not abundantly wealthy. Okay, so I just want to say that. So I understand and I empathize with that. Money is finite for a lot of people's jobs, careers, and where they are currently in their life. and people have monthly budgets and things like that. So when, let's use that same number, that $30,000 comes up, I've had to have this discussion with patients, and what happens a lot of times is we envision, or patients and clients envision that, okay, $30,000, I don't have $30,000, right? And like, I mean, in theory, you don't, right? You actually don't. Like, it's not in your, or in reality, not just in theory, but in reality, you do not have $30,000 in your possession at this moment. It's not in your checking account. It's not in your savings account. It's not there, okay? But what we have to begin to think about is there a way in your life where that money can be created, okay? Now, not instantaneously manifested, like snap your fingers and here's $30,000, or hey, maybe I'll win the lottery tomorrow and I'll have that $30,000. It's more of how can $30,000 actually be in my checking account or be in my savings account, because I really want that thing, that smile, that health, that feeling, that benefit. I really want that value. I want to receive that, okay? The thing that we have to think about is there's a lot of different ways that money can be created in people's lives. And, it can come in the form of a loan. It can come in the form of home equity loans, right? And I know these are things that are uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for me as a dentist a little bit to talk about these things. But honestly, like, these are things that people overlook, right? Sometimes people have retirement plans that can instead of be like just continuing to save for the end of your life, can actually be extracted out of and used to invest in your life now and in the future, right? And then the other thing is that most people do not, no matter what background they are, when they pursue a smile transformation with me, or comprehensive, complete, kind of rehabilitation or whatever, most of them are not paying with a lump sum of money. We find a way to get a monthly payment or some kind of time spread out on time payment plan, so that they have kind of the creative freedom or the ability to budget it into their lifestyle. I never ever want someone to be choosing between feeding their family or eating and getting a smile transformation or getting the dentistry that they need. I never want that to be the choice that they're making. I do want people to, however, this is like something that I want to have an open discussion about and talk to people about, is helping people understand that it can be affordable if we allow ourselves to get creative about that affordability and creative about how we're going to pay for it, or how we're going to phase it if it comes to that, how we're going to spread the treatment out over time, or how we're going to finance it. There's so many ways that we can get creative about that I feel very, very strongly and compelled to share them with you. So if you have any questions about this, please reach out. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your questions, your concerns, and I hope that this video was helpful. And every video that I create, I truly believe this at my core. Every video that I create is in service to people that just want information, that are out there thinking about wanting something and thinking that they can't have it. I really want to be in service to you, and please send me your comments, your messages, your questions. I would love to hear from you. So thanks for tuning into this video, and I'll see you on the next one.